first scouting experience of the year. This is Miller Creek. I'm going to take Miller Creek over to Horse Creek. This is just how we do it. It's probably not going to come out very good, but we'll give her a go. Window's dirty. Better clean it. Alright. So they pretty much clear cut at this area. It still has, it's got some berries in it. They're green. Got a little growing up to do, maybe 2-3 weeks. But there'll be some steady picking in here. So this is just going to be the video log to kind of start when we should be scouting. Because if you're late, you're late. So this is the one road where you kind of check a couple patches at the same time. So take it up over the top of Miller. It'll drop us over into Libby Creek. From Libby Creek, we can access the backside of Howard Lake and Horse Mountain. Horse Mountain is more roadside picking, but roadside picking is better than no picking at all. We'll do a couple stops, jump out, see what the green ones look like, and we'll just keep moving from there. Got the GoPro charging. Hopefully I can get it charged up. I didn't realize the battery would go dead like that. Maybe we can give that a try. Don't get too dead. I didn't bring my pistol with me, so won't be going too far from the vehicle. Subjected to see all kinds of animals, so I've already seen a couple deer.
And that's why, for a short time only during our employee pricing event.
But usually when you're huckleberry picking, you have the tendency to see boo-boo bears. The boo-boo bears like the berries. Especially if you're out here early in the morning. As soon as it starts to warm up, they'll head down to the bottom of the valleys to be cool and get into the creeks. So this is the top. So I'm gonna jump out and see what the berry bushes look like here. I've never really picked up the top. Every time I've gotten here, it's always been too late. But it's good to check it because, you know, some bushes would be better than other bushes on different years. You just never know until you look. And just like these ones. You can see they're small, but they're there. Yeah, this would be steady picking for sure. Some of them are getting up there. But I mean, just about every bush has some. So that's where you get your steady picking from. Otherwise, you'd just be scratching. And in this area here, it goes over to the top and goes down to the other side. It's all tree bushes, tree berries. Tree berries would get real big, be a thumbnail size at least. Because of the shade that the trees provide. That means we need to get cracking on making huckleberry pickers. I've got 3 sold I gotta build. But yeah, definitely steady picking in here. And you can see I'm not very far from the car. This is pretty much the top of the mountain. All right, let me clean the window and carry on. Okay, a little better. People always ask me, how is it that I'm always in it? This is why. I mean, it's June 14th. I'm out here scouting. You wait till you hear about it. Yeah, you're gonna be scratching behind where everybody else has been. Especially in these places where a lot of people go. Try to think about it, right? You know, it's like how many people have been here, how far have they gone, and how much farther can you go if you don't know the patch, if there's a patch. And then you have to outpick them. You have to get past where they went. In this day and age, I mean, it's like Huckleberry picking is, yeah, selling your huckleberries. You can get, last year people were getting a little crazy on Facebook, $125 a gallon. That's a little insane. I'm hovering in the range of $50 to $60 a gallon. Depends on how bad the year is. If it's a real good year, I'll just stick to 50. So now we're coming up over the top, and we'll drop into Libby Creek, Howard Lake, and all that. Libby Creek is, you have to be careful if you come up here. There's private property. I mean, there's private property right there, but you wouldn't think so because you're in the middle of the mountains. But it's Libby gold panning area is high traffic. There's like an ounce of gold that comes out of Libby Creek every day. But I just like taking this route, and I had another route, another mountain to check over on the other side, but I'll come back and do that one later, probably tomorrow. If I were to travel just the dirt roads alone to all the patches that I'm aware of, that I know of, I will travel 3,000 miles of just dirt roads. That's not the highway, that's just dirt roads. That'll give you an example of the distance you travel looking for huckleberries. Man, we know between me and my brother, my other brother, Michael and Donald, we know of patches to where the only places that you would ever see anybody is if we bring them. Otherwise, we'll never see another soul. Gonna make some fun. These things are in the way.
Flathead station that actually plays music from the flathead. The flathead is local club. Today's and local music right now on 103.1.
They're gonna hypnotize us.
20 grand.
Bunny rabbit. Go rabbit. That's just it. You know, you get out on these roads, you can see people don't typically travel them very much. During the summertime, people are going to the lakes and stuff, maybe, but this road here is far less traveled. good thing about scouting for berries, you can scout in any weather. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of, you know, are you going to be okay with getting wet? Me, I don't care. It needs to be looked at. Otherwise, you wind up going to another patch, and then you're wondering about the other patch. So just mark them off your board if you have a board. I have, like I say, probably 200-300 patches that I need to look at so I can wipe them off the board. I know which ones come on the soonest, so I check those ones first and see how they're coming. And of course, just like with any kind of fruit, any kind of product that grows, one side of the mountain is going to be better than the other side of the mountain. Just know your patch. Oh look, weed getters. The good thing about scouting is I can't tell you how many times I've come across people that were stranded and had to rescue them. And it would just so happen to be that I was out scouting to where I was able to do that. And I don't have a problem with it at all. Usually I have my gun with me, so, you know, I have knives. I'm not worried about it. You know, people, it's not like that. I mean, if that guy needed help, I could help him, you know. Otherwise, there's not another soul that's going to be coming up here unless they're getting firewood or just cutting across for whatever reason. Maybe riding dirt bike or four-wheelers, but the likelihood is pretty slim. Especially if someone gets hurt. If you do go out on these roads, make sure your tires are good. It is very common to have several flat tires. In my car, I do carry a fix a flat. I also have tire repair kit and a pump, so I can fix a tire on the side of the road. Done it many times. Alright, we're going to cruise down here. I'm going to stop this one here. We'll pick it up down here at this next spot. This is Fisher Creek, the backside of Howard Lake, aka the Fisher River Road. Alright, until the next one.